Hello, I'm KevyCat, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play blah whatever video. So, as you can see here, since the last episode, I've done most of the work required to actually finish off my... I'm sorry, my mind's... Oh yes, kelp farm. So, it generates kelp, obviously. That's what a kelp farm is. Oh! You can put kelp on stone bricks? That's new. Well, it's new to me. It's probably been that way since like 1.13. But anyways, that's pretty neat. I can just line this all with stone bricks. But anyways, as you can see, what happened here is all of those places where there should be pistons are actually filled with sand. Now the reason for that's kind of silly, honestly. It's just because when I was making this, I had very little iron, and I didn't really want to spend all of my remaining iron making pistons. However, I've gone mining since, and I do actually have plenty of iron now. I have roughly half a stack. So, I believe, I'll just go check, but I believe I need 9 pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, 9 pistons. And then do I have redstone? Okay, I can make pistons. It took me a surprisingly long time, but I actually have memorized the recipe for pistons now. And it takes a large amount of wood. Okay, so 9 times 3 is 27, so I need 7 more hunks of wood. I keep forgetting that I have a horse down there, and I just, like, never pay any attention to it. I'm considering naming the horse Again, except... Actually, I'm not going to name the horse Again, since that's the last name of someone who I sort of know, and I do not want to think of just some random person every single time I think about the horse. I could name the horse Duncan. Honestly, that's what Stinky named his dog. Or his dog? One of his dogs. I'm not going to name the horse, like, Trilogy, because that's an annoying prescription drug ad. Those are rather amusing, but at the same time, they're also quite annoying. Okay, so I have that. So I believe the piston that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then I stick in the cobble, just like this. Also, something that helps me remember a piston is that the circuitry actually goes on the outside and the iron on the inside. Which always, like, it always just seemed weird to me, because, like, doesn't it make sense that the circuitry should be on the inside, but that's just how Minecraft does things, apparently. But anyways, now I can just go in there. Oh, also, I should make an iron shovel. I only have 1 plank. I should make an iron shovel now. I didn't make one earlier because I had so little stuff, but I'm going to now. Also, I should drop off some of my cobble. I have a ton of clutter, and if I can get rid of even some of it, that's nice. Okay. My clutter has been reduced, and I'll just pick up some bits of wood. Anyways, I am yes, I can confirm I'm recording. So far in this series, I have not made any goofy mistakes and just forgotten to start recording. It's probably going to happen at some point, but realistically, if I can avoid it happening, I'm going to. Like, it's probably going to happen at some point, essentially, but I'm not going to make it more likely by neglecting to check and all that. Because, really, if I do ever forget to start recording, if I can just, like, notice in the first minute or two, and then, like, you know, actually start recording, that would be much less of an issue. And, okay, I now actually have a whole bunch of kelp here. And, yeah, I have 1 kelp too few for it to actually work. That's somewhat silly. Okay, so we have all this kelp here now. At this point, I think the farm, I would call this farm mostly done. However, there is one issue, and that is that the kelp all just floats to the top. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to somehow set it up so it's going to be flowing water that will push the kelp down. Does that make sense? Like just a water stream? Also, I will add, wheat berries don't give you much food, so they're somewhat annoying to, like, rely on. But at the same time, it's really nice just having a really easy to get food source. So, what I'm going to do here is, well, first, I'm going to make a bunch of signs just to stop the water from flowing. Oh nice, I have the right number of sticks. So I need 60 pieces of wood. That is what I would call a rather large amount of wood. So, 1, 2. And then just... I'll do the rest of this, why not? Oh, actually, I don't need that much wood since this goes to 3 signs. So, I have 9 signs, so I probably have more signs in a chest somewhere. Yep, use one. So now I can just go do this. Hopefully once I actually build the thing I'm building, it'll make more sense to everyone, like, what it's actually supposed to be. I mean, that would be nice. So I'm going to run some stone brick along here. And then I'll put my signs on the stone brick. Like, I don't want it to say A, that would be a bit goofy. And then just fill in the rest of these. Alrighty. Oh, and then I can just... Okay. I can come along here and fill in the rest of them. And I can create just my flowing current here. And in theory, yep. Now, what should happen is, whenever kelp's harvested, it'll float to the top, go into the water stream. Oh, should just go into the glass. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue. But it'll go into the water. It'll go to the bottom, and then it floats to the top. So far everything's going well. Then it reaches the top, and yep, it gets pulled over into this chute here. Okay, and now that I have that working, I just need to, like... Well, basically, I need to set it up so that the water can come in here. You know, I think I'll make this out of glass panes, since I'm trying to go for the glass paney build, if that makes any sense. Well, in my opinion, that does make sense, so I'm going to stop rambling on about whether or not it actually does make sense. And am I already out of, stone bricks? Let's see, I can... Howdy there, horsey. And on another horse-related note, it's also worth moving the horse, if for no other reason, just so I'm not constantly falling into its hole. So, it does in fact seem that I am out of stone bricks, so I'll just go smelt myself up some more. Like, back to the topic of what I'm doing. I know just what I talk about is really sort of random and haphazard, that's just how my train of thought generally is. But back to the topic of my current goal, the super smelter. In theory, once I have one of those, actually just, well, smelting stuff will be so much easier. Because right now what I'm doing is making an automatic kelp farm. And it's almost nighttime. And an automatic kelp farm will give me free fuel so that I only need coal for torches. You know, in my opinion, it really is nighttime, but truly like that. But anyways, let's see. What was I going to say? And then when I have just free fuel, then I'll be able to, like, what's the word? So I just hop it into furnaces, and that'll all be nice. However, for now, I do not have a super smelter, so I'm still stuck in the land of just going through my furnaces and individually doing this. However, I might as well just see what I can get done in this before I run out of, stuff. Actually, I don't necessarily need to have stone brick there. What if I extend it down to... That does not match the way we... Power rabbit, sorry. Burnt a piece of glass. So in theory, now, I just need to pick up one piece of water there and another there. And the two will flow into each other. And then I can just make myself... well... Do I have any signs? Okay, I do have a sign. But I was just doing this, figuring out how I wanted to handle the items for this last step. But in theory, what I can do, I can just, like, do that, and then break this bit here, and I can combine my chest with a bit of iron, this, and then I can make another chest to actually store the stuff. And let's see. That chest can go there, a hopper can go there, and I can just do this. Which I do know is somewhat of a hacky solution to the problem. But for now I'm just going to stick with this since it does work. This entire time, most of the kelp has only grown one block. Well, in theory, once the kelp grows 2 more blocks, what should happen is it'll reach the observer, that piston will break the top 3 blocks, then all of it will flow up into that water stream there, and then down into this one here and into the hopper, and all of 3 kelp. Now, if I'm not mistaken, kelp itself does not actually work as a fuel. I believe it is only, what's the word, like smelted kelp that works as fuel. So I'm going to have to set up some sort of system to smelt kelp. Now then, it's going to be a while before anything happens there. So for now, what I might as well do is actually come into here and, let's see, just, mine for netherite. So I believe the best level to find ancient ruins is roughly -12. There's no such thing as negative coordinates in Minecraft right now. But I believe that, let's see, the best place to find ancient runes are what you use to make netherite. But the best probably coordinate to find that should be 12 or 13. So in theory, I can just hop down here to the right where I look. What's that? Huh! Apparently found another fortress. That's amusing. Is this all just solid? Like, excuse me. What is going on here? Oh, there's actually something. Oh, this is the one I found before. Huh. Yeah, this is that same fortress I found before. Well, now I know how to get to the fortress, so that's convenient. Now, where did I come from? Anyways, if you don't remember that, what happened is, that's the nether fortress I actually found while working on my original quest for Netherite series, and I explored it briefly in the hope of finding some loot. I thought I'd never see it again pretty much, since I lived way away from my old base, but actually, I'm rather close to it, it would seem. So that's somewhat convenient. Anyways, there's a bit of lava, blah blah blah. What annoys me most is honestly just when the server lags out a bit, and then, like, it unmines some of the stuff you just mined. I'm not entirely sure if it gives you back your pickaxe durability. I think it does. Oh, here's the magma. Okay, I do not actually have a magma step in this one. If you remember in the last one what happened was essentially that, sorry, oh yeah, there was a piece of magma on the floor, a single block. So whenever you passed over it, if you didn't want to take damage, you had to just, like, crouch on it, I believe. I dug into an actual full-size lava pool. I wasn't honestly expecting that, but I suppose I probably should have. Okay, I'm down to Y12. So I will now dig in a straight line until A, my pickaxe is low on durability, which is honestly not unlikely, or until B, I find some ancient ruins. Because I do now have an enchanting table, and what that means is essentially that I have an, well, sorry, what that means is that now I can actually enchant my netherite pickaxe once I get that. I do already have a netherite pickaxe, it's just mostly broken. But anyways, netherite actually can give you better enchantments more easily than diamond can, which is really neat in my opinion. Just a nice little aspect of netherite. In theory, somewhere along here, I should hopefully find some ancient ruins. So I'll just keep going along here, like deedle. 1, 2, 3. In theory, this way of mining should actually work pretty well, since I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but basically, this exposes half of the blocks, approximately, that mining out the entire chunk would. So in theory, it should be about half as efficient, however, mining out not nearly as many blocks. Okay, that's nice and all, Minecraft, but did I really need quotes? Actually, I kind of did, since quotes is useful in observers, and I used up literally all of my quotes making the observers for that kelp farm. Anyways, what I'm hoping is that I'll just mine along for a little bit of time, and then I'll find some not ancient ruins, sorry, ancient debris. But what I'm hoping is I'll just mine along for a bit, find some of that ore, and then I'll be able to get out of here again. That would be rather nice. And then hopefully I won't have to bother with mining in the Nether for a while. The one annoying thing about the Nether update is that you have to mine in the Nether too, and not just the overworld. But you don't really get anything useful from mining in the Nether other than netherite, like there's no bonuses. When you're mining for diamonds, you also get iron and all that, but when you're mining in the Nether, at least for me, the only thing you're looking for is netherite. And it's just sort of like the one thing you're there for, and once you find it, you can just leave and move on. So, when you're mining in the overworld, you get all kinds of bonus things like iron, lapis, etc. However, in the Nether, you don't get that, so it really just creates that air of like, okay, Minecraft, I get it. I haven't found what I'm looking for yet. And you just, oh, nice! I found some! Well, I'm going to stop complaining now since I found what I was looking for. I mean, that's really nice. Okay. I now know that, from my experience at least, that's almost always only 2 blocks of it that you find at one time. So, well, yep. That's it. I can now mine my netherite. It's quite convenient that I found this so quickly. I found it in like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to stop complaining now. I have my netherite, and I'm going to go back into the overworld. I did actually find 2 pieces of netherite way earlier, if you remember that. Like, well, I found 4 in the Crest Netherite series. That's when I ended the series because I found netherite. That I found earlier, but found 2 earlier. But then what happened is I actually came out from the portal in the wrong place, and had to go on this whole adventure where I left them in a chest and died. Then Well, and I wrote down the coordinates before I died. Then I respawned in my base, wrote down the coordinates of my base so I could actually get back there next time, and went way out to where I'd left my stuff and reclaimed it. However, I was a bit of a fool and forgot to put my armor in the chest, so I lost all my armor. That took me like 30 or 40 minutes of gameplay to realize I didn't actually have any armor on anymore. But yeah, actually. If you aren't currently wearing armor, that's funny, it doesn't show you armor. It only shows you armor if you have armor. Okay, I'm going to go back through the portal, and I'm over my time limit, so check back in the next episode to see whatever happens. Ta-ta!